did not know that some people get married for different reasons.
So is it
But that doesn't-
transactional?
Is it transactional?
People get married for
No,
different
marriage
reasons.
is actually transactional.
People get married for
Oh,
different
the way KJ was liking this thing. KJ, are you sure you're not an Asha?
It's not. Wait.
Actually, I don't see a point of being in a relationship when I'm not planning to marry the person.
My point is, I like the exam analogy, but it is not every time you are reading a book that you are planning to write exam.
Thank you.
I think it's important to just understand a few things.
Yes, ma'am.
Number one, when you're in a relationship, you're not practicing marriage. You're in a relationship to learn, right? And to find out if this is the right person for me. And when you are in that relationship, in your mind, you know that it's possible that I will find out that this is not
The right person for me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Higher and higher, you then fill me up with holy fire. Everybody sing along. Higher.
Hello and welcome to Common Sense for Life and Relationship. She's looking at me because I flipped the script, I'm sharp like that and it's not my fault, Okay, well done. My name is Kingsley Bature. I'm your friendly neighborhood coach, licensed family life practitioner, and all-round, great guy. Today on the show, I have my lovely wife seated by my side, and don't get it twisted. I'm anchoring today. She just follow come. I'm going to introduce yourself.
My name is Anietie Bature. I'm the follow-come wife, and I'm an engineer, singer-songwriter, and relationship coach. Okay. Back to you.
Yes. So today with me on the show is a select group of people that will be here to handle the matter we have at hand. It's a serious matter.
Very serious.
And I have brought with me a different crew. And I will let them introduce themselves one by one. Over to you. Starting with Yoma.
Hello. Welcome back to the show. My name is Yoma Ogidiama, a love enthusiast, an interior designer. I think I'll pass the baton to Jimoski.
I'm the target, no problem. Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, what part of the world you are watching. My name is Jimoski. I'm the person that don't believe in love, but love exists.
Wow.
Hi everyone, my name is Faith Patrick and I'm happy to be on the show today. All right.
Sorry, I like your hair.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right.
All right. My name is Oluwatobiloba Kingsley Efyong. Yeah, it's very wonderful to be on the show today. Yeah.
I don't understand, Kingsley. When you were introducing yourself, there's one side eye, bombastic side eye you were giving to Faith, and I don't understand what you have in store for her today. But I am sure that I can enter the matter that we have at hand. What is the matter? Topic: closure lies. Help! My ex is still my bestie. I would like you at this point to gather around the screen, share on your status, on your page, on your link, like it. Just send to 1 or 2 or 3 friends. Let them gather around because we need to find the people that are on this table. Because it says, help! My ex is still my bestie.
That's a very problematic position.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
So, how many people are on this table? Do you think there are actually a number of people that are on this table, or it's just a select few?
Let's find out from the audience. So if you are on that table, just go ahead and give us your favorite emoji, thumbs up, party pops, anything that makes you happy. Just go ahead because we want to get the feedback. And for anyone who may watch later and you want to also say, I'm there, please send us a thumbs up or something. We want to get that feedback because this is something that you may say, oh, are people really doing that? I mean, is it practical to do that, But we just might be surprised.
And the interesting thing about this thing, it's that it's not even just a singles only topic. You
That's the
understand?
dangerous part.
So there are people that are married but they are still having an ex-bestie.
That's a very complicated friendship.
But you may see something wrong with it, but some people don't see anything wrong with
they
it.
don't see anything wrong with
And
it.
so that's why
the question is, the person you are married to, do they see anything wrong with it?
Ah,
when we can settle that person does not see anything wrong with it, then maybe you can now say there's nothing wrong with it.
But those are part of the things that we have to unpack in this session. But to go further, I would throw it back to KJ. KJ, what do you have to tell us today on the trends in this week?
And KJ catches it. Well, whether or not it is good to be friends with your ex, I guess that's what we will know at the end of the show. But I, for one, have my own opinion about the subject matter. But before we go into that, I would like to read a couple of have like a truckload of tweets about this subject, okay? And I would really like everybody, Yoma, Jamoski, and our newbie, Faith, to, give us the opinion on the take. So I'm going to read a story. I got this from a Twitter page, Agba. I know people follow him. He has a lot of followers anyways. So please listen carefully and be blessed. Amen? Amen. Good morning, Agba, my leader and mentor. I greet you, sir. In respect to the, video, there was a video of a lady who was talking about, let me just give a backstory, about being, this subject matter, being friends with your ex, even in marriage, right? In respect to the video, I would like to share a brief story. 2 weeks after my wedding, 2 weeks after my wedding, I and my wife were sleeping, and I had an urgent call from the office. While on call, my phone was about to run down. So I copied the number and continued the call from my wife's phone. After the call, I decided to go through her phone. I headed to the text, and I discovered her ex sent her money some days to our wedding with the remark, "Be happy."
Yes.
I couldn't hold myself. I confronted her. Next thing she said was her ex was not her enemy, that her ex is still her friend, that he sent her the money for her to help him pay for something. What is that thing you paid for? What is that thing? She said she has forgotten. I know Grio. I mounted pressure with questions. Next morning, she packed and went to her mother's house. Oh, yes. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. She packed and went to her mother's house. She returned the next day. She took it upon herself to find exhibits on my phone. She went through my phone, and to my phone one night, she saw my chats with one lady I was preparing to wipe. She used that chat to raise alarm. Lol. She didn't tell her mom and my parents she was still in contact with her ex. A lot has happened. Problems kept erupting, trust issues. I stopped seeing her the way I used to. Even replying, "I love you," to the heavy me for mouth. She has packed out for 9 months now, and I have moved on.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
That's something.
I think
2 weeks.
we should take...
KJ, you didn't even start soft. You just went
No, because the topic in itself is not a soft topic.
Wow.
What I go there? It's a...
Sorry, I want to ask one question first. There's a place you said the lady saw a chart.
Uh-huh.
A lady you were planning to wipe. What do you mean by wipe?
For those who don't know, wipe is a street slang for having sex with. Yes, for those who really don't know. But yes, so now my question is...
I thought
I thought it was
I thought
planned
it was
to
planned
wipe
to
the
erase
chat.
the message.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
thought.
in the context of this, I know we're all Christians. Our minds are purified.
Like,
Glory-
I think
eh?
you need to confirm.
I know what
Yes, that's what
Okay,
it
you know what?
is.
You know what? Audience.
What does wipe
What
mean?
does wipe mean
That's
in
what
this
the wipe-
context?
that's what the wipe
Type
means.
it in the chat.
Type it in the chat. What I go?
That's what the
Eh.
wipe means.
Now,
Because what I interpreted
is he
from
wants to
that
wipe
was
the
I
chat.
want to wipe out
No.
the chat.
In this context,
Yeah, that's
and
what I
according
thought.
to street slangs,
It's wipe.
and
Yeah.
it is.
You want to do.
He wants to
Wow. So
do. He
we
wants
have
to
We
do.
have to be asking for clarity.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Or even normal
Uh-huh.
words, terminology.
Terminology.
Yeah, you can't just be talking anyhow.
Uh-huh.
You have to mean what you say.
Exactly. But then, my big question is this: Are our exes our enemies? Should our exes be our enemies? Should your ex be your enemy? The fact that a relationship ended, does that make the person an automatic enemy? Bakam, the floor is open. Let me start with Yoma. What I go?
So I think that we need to understand what enemy means, right? Personally, I believe romantic relationships are clearly defined. It is not friendship. It is a romantic relationship. You are in some form of romantic connection with that person, right? So when that ends, I believe that there should also be another definition, right? After that ends, that shows that there is a difference between when you were with that person and when you're no longer with that person. Because when that happens, that gives you room to move on. That gives you room. So you're not yet with another person, but you're like in transition. So I believe that there should be a period. I don't believe in jumping. Personally, it works for some people. I don't think there's a hard and fast rule. But that period where you are like trying to getting over that person that you were with, because whether we like it or not, when you're emotionally connected to someone, there are certain attachments, right? So I believe that there should be a definition after that defines how you are able to separate. So if you used to speak to the person a certain way, the frequency and everything, like a lot of things have to change. In fact, if possible, you should have a period of time where there's like a huge space, right? And then after that, if you now come back to be normal friends, there should be definitions, right? Secondly, I also believe, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of male-female intense friendship. I believe that if a man is my friend, there should be boundaries. I will personally not have a male friend that I speak to every day. Or that I speak to all the time. I just feel that when we become adults, there should just be boundaries with friendships with the opposite sex. So it's not enmity. It's just proper boundaries for an adult. Because there's some people that you even think that you're friends, they're just your friends. But because we're old, we have hormones. Our hormones are different from when we're younger, right? Things have started to change. So there should just be boundaries, in my opinion.
Okay. I have a question for you, but before I ask the question, let me ask Faith. Yes, the new lady. How are you?
Okay. So I believe that there's nothing wrong with being friends with your ex, right? But there's a difference between being friends and being besties. So I can be friends with my ex, but I shouldn't be besties with my ex, right? So I could, once in a while, of course, he's not my enemy, right? And especially when there was a good ending and all of that. So, hi once in a while, but a situation where I need to be talking to him every day, I need to start sharing things I have in my marriage or whatever with my life that is private or that kind of thing, or night calls and all of that. I don't think that makes sense.
So what if this your ex? Because I have a tweet I want to read, but before I read the tweet, what if this your ex understands you so well? No, please. What if this your ex understands you so well?
Why didn't I just marry him?
And no, if
No,
something
I
happened.
would have just married
Okay,
him.
okay.
Now. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah, this-
understanding.
Wait.
It's still not stopping you from being close.
Of course, it means
together.
there's no way.
While KJ is looking for that chat,
I'm
I'm
looking
ask a
for-
question. Yes, while you're looking for that chat, I want to ask a question to these young ladies that are saying this thing. I'm coming. There's a saying that the heart wants what it
What it
wants.
wants.
Huh? So
Thank you, sir.
you have no wait,
Something
wait. Excuse me,
happened.
excuse me. Let me land. The heart wants what it wants, and you guys had something. You didn't plan that you were going to break up with him, but life happened, and he's now in the past. He's now an ex. But don't forget, there was emotional involvement, there was attachment. So even though you have said it is over. The question is, was it really over?
For the heart. Was it over for the heart?
The head may have said yes, but
but
the
the
heart,
heart.
did it
So,
really?
Wait.
so I think that's where what Yoma said
Wait
comes
first.
in, the boundaries, right?
You see,
So
wait,
even that time she said, oh, there should be space, like for a long time, so that you get yourself back. Because
Sorry.
of course you really liked this person before.
I know. I hear you. You see, most of these things we are saying is good in theory. Do you understand? Now listen to this lady's tweet. She said, my ex is my go-to person.
Wow.
He is the first person I go to when I'm excited. He's the one I go to when I'm in trouble. It's been an exciting journey with him, as he is one of the people who truly knows and understands me. Sometimes some people are better off as friends.
As friends.
Do you understand?
So I have a problem with someone that you were with. You couldn't successfully remain with the person.
For reasons best known
But
to you.
it's the one that is understanding you.
Yes, because of how long.
I have a problem. So for me, that is singing, not I haven't moved on.
No, this
And
person
if-
understands you.
He understands.
So
why didn't you just make it
can
work?
understand you?
No, if you
Then
can,
be with him.
he may understand you, but he didn't have money, so he couldn't marry him.
Yes, there could be
So
factors.
thank you, PK. So what you're saying is that this person is trying to eat their cake. and
Exactly
have it.
what came to my mind.
Because if he understands you, and the understanding is good, so good that you can't let it go, marry him. If you cannot marry him, let it go.
So what?
No, but what about the heart? People have not answered the
they've not
question
answered
of the
the
heart.
heart.
So the question of the heart, this is my opinion when it comes to the heart. I feel like the heart can. So it's two ways. The heart can be an indication, right? Sometimes your heart can actually lead you to someone that you should be with, right? So if the heart is insisting, then follow the heart. If you cannot, marry him. Marry him.
Follow the heart.
But there could be
I think-
circumstances.
Marry him.
You seem to
And
put aside
if there are circumstances, right? For example, because really, excuse me, there are genuine circumstances
Exactly.
like genotype issues. That's where you become an adult.
you become what?
You become an
You know,
adult.
I don't understand.
The owner of
You
the
s-
heart has sense.
Yes, where you now
You have
start
brain,
to regulate.
so you
Thank
have to
you.
use
Does
have
the heart
brain.
is the heart mature?
So it is for you to come to that realization, right? That you cannot really move on or make headway with yourself emotionally if you are still attached to someone that you were tied to before.
Okay, so
Because the truth is, if the heart is leading the way, you have not moved on.
okay, let me bring it in. This is what brings me to the place where I'm saying, what really do people understand as closure? What is closure? And I know that my wife is definition pro max, so I'm thinking that she's going to find a definition for me. I just talk about it, but I'm sure that she will find a definition for closure. What is closure? Because after you give us that, I would want to throw it to Jimoski.
Jimoski.
You understand? I want to throw it to Jimoski so that we can address this gray area that we are talking about, the heart, the head, who closed and who left it open. Do you understand? Let's get into it.
Okay, all right. So let me read the definition for closure. Okay? And what is closure in relationships? So in relationships, closure refers to the sense of emotional resolution or clarity someone seeks or experiences after a significant event, usually the end of a relationship. Okay, so what is relationship closure? So let's talk about the process. Number one, understanding why the relationship ended. It's really important, right? Making peace with what happened. Then this is the part we are dragging. Letting go of lingering feelings. And those lingering feelings include hurt, anger, confusion, or regret, including emotional attachments, right? Gaining the emotional freedom to move on. Yeah. So that's what's closure. And from what we have said here, if it is really about moving on, then you have to take steps that will enable you move on, which Yoma captured quite nicely. You have to be an adult concerning the issue. You can't be saying like, "Oh, I really want it."
But
but
a
I
lot
really
of people in relations today are not in
Yes,
relationship are not there's nothing adult
but
about
they
them.
need to realize that a lot of emotional maturity is required when you say you're moving on from a relationship, because the fact is, as long as you keep feeding that union, as long as you keep feeding that bond, you will never move on. Every new conversation is additional hooks that you are putting into the thing, like you're putting slings and you're roping yourself in a little more. Every additional, oh, he was so thoughtful, he listened to me after my difficult day, yet another hook. And then you come again, oh, I had this challenge in the office and I just brought it up with him and he just gave me one solid advice that when I applied, the whole issue was resolved. Another hook. And then the other day, I was so heartbroken. Someone said something that made me feel terrible, and he just reassured me. Yet another hook. So how will you move on when you keep tying yourself down further and further with the continuous engagement? So really, you have to do the mature thing, which is to say, okay, has this relationship ended? Yes. Could we get married? No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right. So now I have to move on. If you're still planning to get married in the future, settle down, meet someone new, then you have to start preparing the ground for that new relationship and for the reality you hope to achieve, which is get married, settle down, have a happy home where there's trust. Because one key thing that KJ mentioned in his summary from the story he read, trust was lost.
After 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks. Is it worth it? Why go through all the trouble to start doing a relationship with somebody else, get married, spend money, waste people's time? Because obviously that's what you did in this case.
Ashwebi.
Gather friends and family and everybody and waste their time, because after 2 weeks you got up and said you're not doing it anymore. Do you understand?
Yeah,
But if you were serious, you would take the time to prepare grounds for that marriage in the future to succeed. And part of it is cutting the things that would become a setback or a deterrent or an obstruction.
Okay,
for
but
that new
Bobby, I hear you, and while I hear you and while I agree with you, what you have said, being an adult isn't easy even for adults themselves. Do you understand? So if the whole concept of letting go feels like a breakup all over again.
Oh yeah,
Do you
of
understand?
course.
So it's painful. So there's hurt, and a lot
Yes.
of people like to avoid pain.
But you have to face it.
But I agree. That's what I'm saying. You are preaching to the converted. So I agree. But it's the guys and the ladies that are in this relationship that we are trying to say,
Yes.
do they realize? Do they realize that if you break up or end one relationship, if you break up a relationship, you actually have to end it. Most people break up, they don't end it. And that's why we get into this heart connection and the head connection, the heart and the head. And that's why I was saying, can Jimoski draw up this what's it called? This scenario for us and put it to bed.
Okay, thank you once again. And like I said earlier on in my introduction, I'm the kind of person that don't believe in love. Yes, let me be honest. Yeah. But that still doesn't mean that love doesn't exist. Yeah. Where I'm come from, we have a culture, we have a traditional, we have a religion, we have a society and community that we don't see anything. We don't know what X is. Let me use that word. We don't know what really X is, which means that in the case, our ex is always our friend. Yes, I'm a Liberia. Let me say.
I was going to say, tell them the
so that
community.
they will
He's
they
not.
will not always state on Nigeria.
He's not a Nigerian. He's a Liberian.
So we don't see our ex as enemy. Now let me say the nasty thing here that you want to hear. I can date Faith today, both of you can know that I was dating Faith, and me and Faith can break up. And along the way, I can ask Yoma out. Yoma will date me. And Faith and Yoma can meet and become your best friends. And even in the process, you can as well ask Faith out, and Faith can date you, and me and you can still meet and be your best
Be
friend.
cool.
Exactly. So it just has to do with the culture, the perspective, and the person himself as a person.
So
Now,
why is sorry to cut in? Why is that easy for you guys to do?
okay,
Is
why
that culture?
Yeah, it's just our lifestyle and culture.
So does it mean that you guys are not emotionally invested in
No,
the
we
person?
are, no, we are not emotionally emotional in relationship stuff.
Oh.
Because we believe what we believe in relationship is that we don't believe that a relationship has to lead to marriage. Yes, we don't believe that.
You don't
Maybe
mean
it's now in the part of the world where we start seeing that relationships have to. We just believe relationships have to be like maybe a fun, or you get to a certain age, you just need to have somebody in your life to take care of you or have fun. So we don't believe a relationship have to live with marriage, or a relationship might get to the end of certain days. So, but when you start putting yourself in that perspective, this guy must marry me, this lady I must marry that. So
You're setting
in the
yourself
process,
up
exactly.
for
In the
heartbreak.
process, when it doesn't happen or it doesn't work out for you, what happens? You start putting yourself in that room of being emotional or seeing the person as an enemy, going on social media, blocking the person on every level. As I sit here today, I can tell you that most of my ex are on the phone. And I can tell even one of them have even given me a contract before to talk. So imagine if I block her and
So sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to very much to I love this thing.
Yeah.
I like it very well.
okay.
So are you saying now that the only time you are permitted or allowed to be emotionally invested in your partner is when you guys are married?
Yeah.
Up until that time, you
It's
guys.
not even emotional investment at.
And because no, he has established the fact that there is no emotional investment while you guys are dating.
Yes, I'm trying to establish whether even while
While we are married,
And that's why I'm asking now.
While
Uh-huh.
we are married, I don't think. While we are married, I already don't think there's any such like that because
But there's no emotion even in marriage.
no, there is emotion, there is feeling, but it's not something that maybe this person break up with me, then we want to kill ourselves like heaven and there, or we want to kill. No, that we don't. We really. I've been a case where. Our sister then they get married and the marriage doesn't work out and they live their normal life. It's not life and death. They live their normal life. And they can still be watching. I'm telling the reality.
Are you seeing?
I'm telling the
Like we're in
reality. I'm
another
telling the
world.
reality. They live their normal life.
No, this is actually looking nice, though.
Yeah,
Honestly.
They can still. They can
There's a
still
way that
watch-
KJ is liking this thing that is
Yes.
uncomfortable.
No, see,
There's a way
I'm
KJ is
loving-
liking it that is
Yes.
uncomfortable.
It's
Because sorry, Mr. Jumu, I'm actually liking this. Not like I'm like okay, I'm liking it.
Yes.
You know, it sort of makes sense in a way in my head. In my head, the fact that while you guys are dating, it's more like an established rule that hey, see, we are dating, oh, but we are not emotionally invested in this. Okay. The only part I will just have a little issue is when you're now married and you're still not emotionally invested. So at what point, where exactly does the emotion come in? If it's not coming in before the marriage and it's not coming in the marriage, where at what point?
But KJ, you and I know that some people get married for different reasons.
So is it
But that does-
transactional?
No,
Is it exactly?
Is it transactional?
people get married
No,
for different
marriage
reasons.
is actually transactional.
People get married for
Oh,
different
the way KJ was liking this thing. KJ, are you sure you're not an Asha?
It's not. Wait.
I don't think KJ is Ashawo.
Thank you for coming to my aid.
He's looking for freedom to do.
No, it's not freedom. No.
rubbish.
Listen,
No,
wait.
it has nothing to do with freedom.
But Yoma, look at it this way. Do you think that if it is this well defined, people will not be setting themselves up for heartbreak? Because you know that you are in a relationship, there is no emotions involved.
So you guys need to understand
you
something.
you are not expecting the relationship much end with marriage.
Thank
The
you.
mentality
I
where
don't-
most
no.
the mentality where Faith is having here is that when the guy that she's going to date now, the guy must marry her.
So
If-
you need
I
to-
don't
sorry,
you need
so
to
if the guy
actually
doesn't-
I
if the guy
I
doesn't
don't
marry
see
Faith, there
I
will be
don't
problem.
see a point of being in a relationship when I'm not planning to marry the
get
person.
married.
I might as well just be with myself.
No. Look at
Just
it from my
calm down.
perspective. You can actually have the hope of
No,
getting
no,
married, but the emotional
see,
part.
I for
form
one,
of- any
I
form
for
of
one, I'm not
definition.
one to be in relationships.
No, you're not in
Just
relationships. You're in
no,
one
no, like
relationship.
I mean to go into relationship for
Just
just
for the sake
being
of it.
no,
So
no.
what's the-
I'm fine with
But
myself.
you would like to eat something, not marry.
Do
I like to eat something. What do you mean? Like, I can buy something for myself. Like, I don't,
Hey.
Okay, so what you're saying
Yeah.
is that the
Friends with
relationships
benefits.
are just for fun.
No,
It's more
not
like
for
friends
fun.
with benefits.
See, let me try and paint. Let me try and paint. Wait, calm down. Let me try and paint it the way I think or like it. You understand? Two people are in a relationship. Okay, of course, a great relationship, wonderful.
You have cake in that relationship.
So let me tell you guys something about that relationship is like practice
For marriage,
for marriage.
must it be?
So,
Must it be?
yes,
Is it does it
that's
necessarily
the
have to
idea.
be?
That's your cultural mentality.
So no, it's not culture. I'm talking about experience.
No, that's
right?
cultural
Every relationship
mentality.
I've been with has taught me something that I know is going to be helpful for me in marriage. But if I didn't take it seriously like that, I would not have learned those things.
No, but what I hear is it's not as though they are not taking the relationship seriously. They are taking it seriously, but they are just saying they are not emotionally
before it is
involved.
serious.
I cannot believe that a relationship where there are not proper boundaries and proper commitments is serious.
like,
No, but they are saying there is boundaries, there is commitment. It's just not emotionally involved.
So I think that there's something that Jimoski needs to explain
Okay.
to us, because right now he has just glossed over it. Jimoski, when
Yes.
you say fun, what do you mean? When you say people have relationships, there's no plan to get married, but everybody has agreed you guys want to have fun. What is that fun?
It's like friends with benefits.
Wait now, let him tell us.
Okay.
Okay. So the fun I'm talking about is okay. Every relationship, the mentality of entering a relationship always is about settling down. That's the mindset of everybody. But in the process of why we are in a relationship, we don't attach emotion there, because while we understand the definition of relationship, which means that it can be something that you can start, but it must not be end in a well way.
Okay.
So the moment we have that mindset that we can start this thing, but it will not end in a well way. So when it happens, I don't need to be happy.
I don't think it's fair. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's fair.
You guys should wait. See, choice of words, okay? Let's pick the first one he said. It must not end in marriage.
But it's not nice to start a relationship with somebody and you don't have that. Like, are you wasting my time?
You can have it, but it must not.
I agree.
end
I
in
agree
marriage.
with that. But
Okay?
I don't think it's fair for you to come in and you don't have that in mind.
You can have it. I'm still saying this. You can have it in mind, but it must
Not end in
marriage.
But the way you are singing this thing,
It's like me reading
We
for
are
an
still in relationship for
examination.
11,
It's like
12
me reading
years.
for an examination.
and I'm not planning
I
to
might
pass. Exactly.
No, but okay. Let me throw a clog in this wheel.
I think that
Wait.
I'm already set for failure. The means I'm already giving
No,
for
but
failure.
this is another angle to
Of
look
course,
at it.
even in Nigeria, we
Wait
know
now.
that when we're in relationships, there is the chance that it will not. But there is this optimism that is good to be able to make that, to be able to invest. Because let me tell you the truth: if I'm in a relationship and I've already put something in one side that, oh, this might not be the end. Let's say where I will
I
show
won't
up.
give my all.
If I'm in a relationship, I'm like, man, this is going to be my husband. There is also a way I will show up.
And I think, see, this is my point. My point is, I like the exam analogy, but it is not every time you are reading a book that you are planning to write exam.
Thank you. You might be writing the book for knowledge sake.
I may just be reading the book because I enjoy it.
Exactly.
It's for science fiction.
Okay, what you're saying is the problem.
Uh,
Because if I'm writing an exam, I cannot be reading a book like I'm enjoying it, because now I'm writing an exam.
So that brings to
Preparing
mind.
for marriage, they cannot prepare for marriage like they're not preparing for marriage.
All right.
They are
So-
preparing for marriage.
Can I ask you a question?
Please do.
If you are, let's say you are at the age and you are in a relationship while you are in secondary school, do you expect your secondary school relationship to end to marriage?
No, sir.
If I'm in a
No, sir.
relationship in secondary school, I know that it will not end in marriage.
Thank you.
Is that the relationship?
And I
So that's an angle. So that's an.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
So what I'm saying is that
Jimoski, is
Yeah.
that what we are talking about? Because that's not
No,
what I'm
no,
talking about.
That's an example.
That's an example.
that's what
You you can't use that example because what I am talking about is real life.
Yeah,
Now. People that are looking to get
That's what I'm saying. There will be no need for me to be in a relationship in secondary school. Like, what am I looking
Your
for?
perspective is
All
that
right,
any
so-
any guy that enter your life will end the marriage.
No. Okay, hello. Can I
That's
say?
the issue.
All right. So
Okay.
I think it's important to just understand a few things.
Yes, ma'am.
Number one, when you're in a relationship, you're not practicing marriage. You're in a relationship to learn, right? And to find out if this is the right person for me. And when you are in that relationship, in your mind, you know that it's possible that I will find out that this is not the
Right person for me.
So that whole part of it must not end in marriage is a given.
Yes.
It should be
It
a
should
given,
be.
baby. It's not a given
God
to
bless
most
you,
ladies.
ma.
All right.
It should be
It's
a
not a given
given.
to most ladies.
It should,
It should
be,
be a
given.
given.
Yes.
And let me tell you why it should be a given. If it is a given, you will measure how you come into that relationship.
God bless
I
you.
want to stand up. Sorry.
God bless you. God bless you.
Let me see that. Sorry. I want to stand
God
up for
bless
you.
you.
You need an ovation.
A round of applause. A round of applause. That's what I'm saying.
So because if you know that there's a likelihood that I am not going to marry this
Yes.
person, then you know that it is possible that this relationship might end.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
if it ends, it means that I'll need to move on to the next relationship.
God
So
bless
you
you.
be careful of your investment.
Your investments.
You will not bury your whole life into
Oh,
that relationship.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you,
Can I
ma'am.
kiss you? Can I kiss you?
No,
Oh,
it's not
you are saying.
Where?
Okay, sorry.
We are
sorry.
too emotional in this country.
Yes.
Honestly.
I'm telling you, that's the
will-
problem. We are too emotional. Everything are heartbreak.
So, but
Emotional.
what she said is actually
Wait,
the
wait,
same
she has
thing
not
we
finished. She
are
has not
saying.
finished.
No.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
hold on
wait,
now.
wait,
No,
wait.
let her land.
Wait.
You will engage in that relationship with that knowledge, with that idea that it's possible that this will fail. You will not, for instance, come and start spending your whole day cooking for the man, cleaning his house, washing his boxers,
Please,
and
you need to
behaving
let
as
me
if
applause.
you're already a wife. Neither will you allow yourself to be so invested that it's as if your whole life, you wrap your whole life
you.
around
Exactly.
this
So
man.
when they think it's
That
not
if
working
he
again, then you
decides to
start.
leave you, you break.
Oh,
That is it.
oh,
Just say.
my brothers, wanna marry well, marry
That is
well,
what
marry wife,
sponsors.
we get
That
sense,
is what
we get sense,
sponsors
we get
great
sense.
heartbreaks.
Exactly. And that's why you see we don't put all our energy
And then
into the
God bless you.
relationship.
That's why I say I love this style. God will bless you.
So you know, and if I use myself as an example,
Yes.
okay, when I was going out with my husband,
What's the name, please? What's the name?
I knew that okay, this guy is a good guy. He's great. He's awesome.
I
all
know,
of
right?
that,
I know,
right?
right? I know,
I
right?
even wrote it down on my wall, right? You know how you write down what I'm planning to do, come back, finish masters, get a good job, get married.
Yeah.
So I didn't just write get married to Kingsley.
Yeah.
All of that was there,
Yeah.
right? But in my heart, I knew that it's possible that you come back to Nigeria and Kingsley has found somebody else.
One
Bam!
Yoruba girl like that in Ondo State.
So a colleague of mine was like, hey, this is serious. So when she saw what was on my wall and went to tell the other Nigerian students, people should pray for Anietie, if Kingsley should break her heart. But in my mind, I was like, if Kingsley should break my heart, what is it? Is that, it didn't work out. Move on.
Her investment.
Because
What
we're not
investment?
saying-
Then
I'm not
exactly.
saying-
I'm not
I think
saying
that you
all
that
relationships.
misunderstood-
Yes, she misunderstood us.
Maybe that statement "practice marriage" was misinterpreted because what I meant when I used that phrase, and what I meant when I said practice was literally what you said, right? Which is I'm trying to find out if I want to be with this person, and that's serious to me.
Yes.
So we're not
That
saying
is not casual. That is not, I'm just coming here and just having fun. That's different. If I'm going to find out if I want to be with somebody, then we are doing serious work in that relationship.
yeah. So we're
We
not
are
saying
not playing,
Yes.
right? Now, the second thing that you said, when you said that you told yourself that I'm going to come back to marry this person. So nobody is saying that there is no mindset that, hey, this is my boyfriend, this is not my fiancé or my husband. Of course, it's only a stupid person that will just go. No, so nobody's also saying there's no boundaries of, for example, I'm not going to be pouring all my life into that person. What we are saying is that there is that thing about taking the relationship serious because
Yeah.
it's serious. So when I use the word practice, what I mean is you are intentionally, deliberately doing all the things that you need to do because you intend to marry this person. You are not here
So we're not
to
saying
just
that
sit down.
this
In fact, what I
relationship-
have with what Jumoski is saying is that I feel like if you are that casual, you will not even be intentional about it.
But he's not saying
No,
they
you're
are
not saying you're
casual.
casual.
That's
What
the
you are
point.
saying is
Yeah.
that even while you have the hopes that, oh, I will marry this person,
And
or I
that's
want to
why-
marry this person, somewhere behind your mind, find a space and
That
put
it
it.
may
That
not work
it
out.
may not
We're
work
not.
out.
Wait.
So-
We're not saying
so
that
we should
is not at the back of our
Yes.
mind. It's possible that you might be in a relationship and it doesn't work out. But I don't think it's nice for you to just go into a relationship with somebody and you are not intending, as in like you don't have that seriousness in your heart that
what's
this
your own
relationship
definition
of
might
serious-
lead
no,
to
no,
marriage.
Okay, I'm coming.
seriousness.
Excuse me.
Like, what I'm saying
Excuse me,
is-
everybody. Please, I want to ask a question. If you're going to, if you're going to a relationship with 5 guys, are you intending to marry 5 of them?
I mean a
But-
romantic relationship.
But-
You're not expecting me to go into a romantic relationship.
Should you be having
with
a
5
romantic
guys.
relationship with somebody you're not married to?
No, maybe the definition of romantic, maybe your own definition is different. Oh, okay, should I say courtship? I think I should say courtship.
No, coach.
But
It's not courtship, it's still a
the
relationship.
relationship.
But it's a romantic relationship because it is, I want to be with you
Yes, I want to.
romantically.
Yes,
I
want
want to marry you. It's a romantic relationship.
Not like
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
sorry, one
maybe
minute.
maybe we misunderstood what Jimoski was.
No.
But what I heard, maybe I misunderstood. now.
Okay.
Because what I heard
Yeah.
was that there is this sense of casual
No.
approach, right? So maybe we misunderstood.
Yes, maybe
As
you
if
guys
everybody's just
misunderstood.
playing.
Some of those relationships,
Nobody's
with some of the relationships I talk
That's
about,
how
sometimes
it
it
felt.
lasts 12, 13 years.
Eh,
Sometimes
you said?
Sometimes some
It
of
lasts
those
12, 13 years.
13 years. They give me
Now,
a
cause-
kiss,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
they-
Are you
Now,
still
master's
like-
degree.
are you
Now,
still
master's
liking
degree.
it?
No,
No, they even have kiss in those relationships. But at the end of the day, when it doesn't work out, it's not a do or die.
No, that one is that one has gone
how-
way above. I mean,
Okay,
having kids.
Okay.
Shouldn't even.
Jimoski's narrative has dialed down from the beginning. If
No.
I'm being fair.
No, but it doesn't.
Okay,
It doesn't.
okay,
It doesn't.
wait. All right, Yoma, I'm coming back to you.
Yeah.
Yoma, I'm coming back to you. All right, so it has been interesting so far, and I know if you've been watching us, you know that it has been people have been on very hot chairs, right? And it's smoking everywhere. So it's still a good time for you to share the link, share it to your friends, share it to your neighbors, share it to your ex, and share it to your bestie. Just keep sharing, the link as we begin to draw things to a close. But Yoma, right? There's this part, and really when we talk about this the investments in relationship these days that makes the breakups very touchy, right? We need to talk about the after effects, right? The after effect where you say we have broken up, but somehow, in fact, you may have blocked the person on your social media, but somehow your heart has not blocked them yet. And then you find out that even though you have blocked them on your handle, some people have another handle where you are continuously checking. You know, Yoma, talk us through. What's the way forward? These things, do they happen? Because there are things that I think I've seen them happen. But what's the way forward? What's the solution? What should we do with all these unresolved feelings?
Yeah. So I think that there is the part where we have to be realistic, right? And we also have to understand ourselves. So personally, I'm not the block you kind of person. I will not. So I have friends that when they say, "Oh, I just block," I'm like, "Yo." Like, I want to just do President General among the nation for them because I'm not wired like that. I have to constantly talk to myself. I have to sit with myself. I remember once I had a breakup, and I cannot forget. I sat down on the couch. Then I cried.
Aww.
Yoma, you cry?
Sorry.
So how
Then I
many
cry.
times have you cried?
No, let's not go there. Yoma, just continue. Come on,
when you
Jimoski.
intentionally cry. So I think that there is that thing about being intentional, about recognizing. I think most times people don't really tell themselves that it's over.
Yeah.
So the first step will be to tell yourself that it's over. To understand yourself. Don't follow people used to block, then you now block. I remember one time I there was this blocking that happened. After the blocking, emails started coming in.
Correct.
So, right, and eventually when everybody moved on, nobody's blocked. If I want to send person a message, I can send him. If he wants to send me a message, he can. But we just got to that place where we had told ourselves the truth. So we're not blocked. Everybody is there, but we know that we need to move on. And then when it comes to the heart, you need to study where you are and be realistic with where you are. So there was a time that I knew, I still feel this way, but I was now training myself. So it was more like a training, like, girl, you cannot send a message. Sometimes you might follow, just saying, right? But it's just a constant reminder of why. Maybe we need to even remind ourselves why we broke up, right? Why are we no longer, together again? And then just allow yourself heal, but constantly telling yourself the truth. I think that's really the secret I'll give anyone. Tell yourself the truth. Remind yourself why you broke up, And sometimes you might even feel, maybe I want to go back. But remind yourself that the other person might not be available for you to go back to, right? And then there are many kettles, many fish.
So I think another thing that you can do is to have an accountable partner, someone that you can be accountable to. So even right now, there's this my friend who is going through a breakup, and I am her accountable partner. So when she calls. So when she calls and she's like, hey, I want to text him, I want to talk to him, I have to let her know that you have to hold on, even if we're not sure if you're going to come back, in the future, but you need to understand why this breakup happened first.
I was going to talk about this comeback thing.
What is wrong with coming back?
Problem with closure, right? So that's one reality that you need in closure. See, you are not coming. Let me tell you. In case you are looking at me, let me look at the screen.
Please look at it
But
well.
we are not coming back.
Wait.
No. I've
So
had
you
people
give up,
who
you-
broke up and
and
came
yes.
back, and it was fine.
No, but don't tell yourself. If you come back, be surprised.
So be open.
Let
I think
coming back be
I
a
think what I would
surprise.
say is be open-minded.
Thank you. God bless you.
So it's possible.
Coming back.
Just be
Yes.
open-minded to the whole thing. There's a possibility that we come back. There's also a possibility that we don't.
But Yoma, why you uptight?
The challenge that I have. No, I'm not uptight. Brother. The challenge I have.
Especially it depends on why you broke up in the first place. So there's some reasons that you can have.
The challenge I have with that is that a lot of people don't move on because there's one part of their
Thank
mind
you.
that they are telling
Thank
themselves
you.
that they might come back.
Thank you.
So
They don't move
If
on.
a relationship had to end, see, if we are broken up today, we are broken up. Don't be thinking of comeback. Comeback is not your business.
Okay, so let me
If you
share
come
your
back,
experience.
be surprised. Be pleasantly surprised by this.
But will you accept him if he comes back?
If you
It
have
depends on the surprise.
If
because seriously, this thing of dragging.
oh God.
I've heard of people that for years.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
one
Yes,
is
ma'am.
bad.
No,
Yes,
that one doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
No.
Okay, let
You're
but-
just shooting
but-
yourself.
But I don't think there's anyone that makes sense, whether it's dragging for years or not.
6 years happens by 1 week.
From 1 week.
From
For
yes,
1 week, he might come back. 2 weeks,
It might come back.
2 months,
It might come back.
3 months.
It might come
so
back.
the day you break up, serve
Okay.
yourself the breakfast. Dish
Yes.
Eat it
it
well.
on table, eat it, cry.
With cutleries.
Move on. Why? Because you are too much of a person to invest so much of yourself.
I think
Yoma, thank you.
based on what you just said.
You might love the passion.
Jimoski.
You say
I think I agree.
Okay, so personally for me, I think breakup, it depends on probably the way you guys broke up. For me personally, I broke up in a relationship that we came back together. We do well in fact when we came back together, that was when we were born again.
Then you guys came back to date again.
yeah, we did again, and that was when we were born again.
So what now happened?
And even
They broke up again.
Where I'm coming now.
Because you're supposed to be married to her. If you broke up and
No,
came back.
actually, there are
I'm
instances
coming.
where it works out.
The time we dated,
Yeah,
and we
but
broke
I
up,
agree with what
the
you
time
said.
we dated, we broke up, it was short, and the time we came back, it was even longer than the time we broke
So
up.
the goal was for it to be longer?
No, not really for it to be longer.
Another thing, Jimoski, another thing that I would say, sometimes people don't do their due diligence in relationships.
Come on,
So they are
come
going
on.
in and out. See, me personally, I will do everything so that I will not be asking myself if we can come back. I will know that I've exhausted what I need to, my own role. I have played it. So, in fact, I want to break up with somebody now. I want to do all my roles. So, the minute, I'm just joking. So, the minute I step out of that relationship, I'm out.
Please break up with KJ.
We are not in a romantic relationship
So I'm
now.
seeing the future, so just break up. now.
In
Calm down,
advance.
calm down, calm down.
So that's it. People don't do their duty. That's why they're still jumping up and down the pendulum. Come back, go back, come off, come on and off. Because they've not done all that they need to do.
They've not done
right,
real
in that
analysis as to
relationship,
say, okay.
Right? There's another thing about when it comes to that boundaries thing, it's very important. You are missing the person by 11 p.m. You are texting him. Why?
Why?
Auntie,
That's the question.
auntie, daddy.
Not
mommy.
everybody's as strong-hearted
Why?
as you now.
No, it's not strength. It's just, I think it's not strength.
It's
I
common
think
sense,
It's
man.
just common sense. It's just realization of reality. When you realize, it has happened to me
Yoma,
before now.
won't you
That
say it will be wise for that time when it just happened for you to just block the
Do
person?
you have any experience?
Just
with that?
okay.
Hey, she has a blocking experience.
Please bring
Okay.
it here.
All right, so I have been in a relationship
Wow,
before.
first time hearing that one. Wow.
Mostly, you're not a good person.
Who ended
And,
it?
and in my heart,
no.
I was going
Trust
to marry
ended.
this person.
Wait, in your heart, you wanted to marry him?
Yes, that
No
was
wonder
why.
you are against me yesterday.
No. You misunderstood me.
Okay.
I hope you got our balance.
Continue.
So that was what we were working towards, right?
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So, and okay, let me say when you have first love, that kind of thing. So it was really, really, really painful. I had to block him for a while because
block
I
him.
wanted to go back and be calling him and all of that.
Yeah.
And I knew that wasn't good for me. So since my heart was saying do that, I had to use my head and block him first at that time. And then when I was able to get myself back, after some time, I unblocked him. And then we can now talk as normal friends.
Sorry,
and there's no
where did
problem.
you block him? On WhatsApp?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I blocked him on WhatsApp.
So what if he shows up on Instagram?
Thank
No,
God.
no,
At
on
that time,
Facebook.
at that time, I was
When
not
it
the
comes
social.
to- When it comes to the blocking thing, everyone needs to understand themselves and what works for them. Me, my own method is I can be talking to you and be moving on. We are still talking,
Yes.
but I'm
But
moving
move
on.
That would
So
not work for me.
I'm
For
talking
you
to
personally.
myself. I'm meditating on the scripture that says, move on, Yoma, move on, Yoma. So I'm just saying it to myself. Because if I block you, I won't think about anything but the fact that I have blocked you.
So
Why you people
I think
blocking
everybody
people?
knows
So,
what
I mean,
works
what-
for them.
I mean, what
So,
you're- you're a
After
fast-
the
you're a
block,
fast moving
I
person.
actually I actually unblocked him, and then we had that talk.
But you
The closure
Yes,
talk.
the
The
end.
closure
And
talk.
then I saw, so the period where I unblocked him, I had to think and go through everything myself. And then I found that, okay, I cannot marry this person again.
So you are talking about marriage, you are not talking about dating.
Because
Oh,
I
they were
don't
dating
date.
already before
I
they entered
don't
the
date
marriage.
Doesn't
for
date for
just
waste.
dating.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying whoever I date, I must, as in like how do I put it? I'm not
must
saying the
marry.
relationship must lead to marriage,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that is
That's
in my
the
mind
view.
aspect.
Yeah.
Because what am I dating for?
So you
We can be
you can just
friends.
date to be testing around
No,
the
no,
water.
I don't do that.
No, she doesn't taste.
We don't do
Yes.
that here.
Okay,
So,
okay,
so
so
I think that everybody needs to study themselves. But you have to be intentional about it. You have to ask yourself, what works for me? How am I? In fact, if possible, sit down with yourself, have a meeting with yourself.
thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
Relationship has ended.
You rather,
How am
you
I
rather
going
have
to
the
deal with
meeting
this?
before you enter a relationship, because most times people feel like we should have a meeting. Why can't you have the meeting first? Talk to yourself
No, I'm
before you
saying
enter a relationship.
when you are in a breakup situation,
Yeah,
have a meeting with yourself to say, how am I going to deal with this thing that's happened to me? Am I going to sit down and cry? Because I remember that day I sat
Please,
on my
exactly.
couch. I
You-
said, yo, my
you really need to
I
cry.
sat down.
My own, I
How did
didn't
that
cry.
happen? How
I
did
didn't
that?
cry at when it just happened. I was holding him like I'm strong, and it made it longer because when I eventually cried,
You
the
cried.
will cry.
You
You will
cried.
cry it.
You cried.
You see, you people that used to block. You people used to have mind to block. Because personally, for me, what happens to me is that what happens to me is that the moment I off it here,
because I am
Otilo,
not strong enough to not talk to
When
you.
you're off here, it's gone.
for me, the moment I put it off
Exactly.
here,
It's off. It's
yeah,
gone.
it's gone. I don't need to
It's gone.
block
I don't need
you.
to block. Block.
No.
Like immediately, I just feel
I am
like
not that strong.
Okay.
I am not
Get
that
it so
strong.
cold, man.
Yeah, so we've said a lot of beautiful things, and I would like to just go through a quick list of how to achieve a clean breakup. Okay, and you'll see that a number of the things here we've already touched on. Number one, get clear on your reasons. Know exactly why this breakup is happening. Because if you don't know, then you find yourself wandering right back into it. But if there is a reason, it's concrete, it's solid, then when you're moving on, you move on knowing that this is why. And anytime the thought is coming, like, oh, I really would love to go back, you
This is
remind
why.
yourself
That one
of
reason,
the
that's
reason.
what really helps
Yes.
me.
Next, communicate directly. So this is the whole process of saying why this relationship cannot continue and so on. Okay, do that. Don't mix words. Don't sound like, well, it's this, is that. Please be direct, be clear. Let everybody know that this is really over. I'm not saying let's pause. I'm not saying let's do a retreat and come back. I'm saying this is over. This is the end.
So I'm not saying let's keep our minds open for a comeback.
Yes, we're not. We're clear. The relationship is over. Number 3, set firm boundaries, and these boundaries are things like we're not doing check-in. Don't call me at 11 like you had talked about. Don't do all those nice and sweet things you used to do. It will not help
Stop
me
it.
move on.
Stop
Stop
it.
it. Do you understand? You're that direct. So set firm boundaries, and then cut contact temporarily, at least.
Cut
Because
contact.
for some people, yes, it's recommended that you do that. Because some people, that next call, sometimes it's just hearing the person's voice.
Oh,
That takes you right back to
with
where you
baritone.
do you understand? So you don't need that. If you can, if I'm not saying make the person your enemy, I'm saying give yourself room to heal. Give yourself room to detach. It's like an addiction in a lot of cases. So just cut off. Some people say, oh, maybe I'll do it gradually. Just takes longer. So even if it's temporarily, stop all the extra, all those things people were doing all the time that was nurturing and fueling the relationship. Just cut them off, at least temporarily. When you have become objective again, you're seeing with clear eyes.
With clear
you're
eyes.
no longer in love cloud.
Marriage, you're clouded.
Then you can come back to being just friends with the person, not bestie, please. Okay. Then next, create distance, physically and emotionally. Not I was just passing through. I stopped by to see you. How are you doing? Oh, let me give you a hug.
Or the people that will send text in the morning.
No, I know this is so hard, but we'll make it through. A warm embrace. Yeah, right.
A shoulder to
Yeah,
cry
right.
on.
You should have to cry on.
Emotional distance, physical
Exactly. The leader
distance
has
as
something
well.
And those guys, you are broken up, but they will keep sending check. Have you eaten? They just send text.
But can they send money?
Better stop that rubbish.
But can they send money?
No, they should not send.
They should not
People
send
are
money.
broken up, break up.
Okay, then the next one, which Faith has so nicely handled, and Yoma too, feel your feelings. Allow yourself to grieve, to cry, to mourn, whatever it is you want to do. Get all those emotions out, okay? So you're not walking around with all those stifled emotions. And a part of this is talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just need to talk to someone and say, I did everything I could, but it still didn't work out. Or I gave it my all and it still failed. Whatever. Find that person, but deal with those feelings.
The person
And then-
should not be an ex.
Exactly. And it shouldn't be a guy. It shouldn't be. Please try to make it someone of
The same sex.
sex.
Same sex.
Because sometimes people end up roping someone else into their lives in the name of I was trying to.
help.
Shoulder
How
to cry on.
Yeah.
Should have to cry
Yeah,
on his
yes.
boss.
Thy brother is a witness. I've
And
been
then
through a
the
lot.
next- The next, rediscover yourself. Okay, so and this is where you direct all that energy into your passion,
Personal development.
into personal development, into things. As in, just find out a little more about yourself. Do whatever it is that helps to distract you in a positive way. And then surround yourself with support systems, which Faith talked about. Have an accountability partner, someone who tells you, don't worry, you'll be okay, you'll get through this, and so on. You need that support.
And you can see a therapist as a support system. That's why
Yes.
that's why my office is there. Do you understand? Common
Yes.
Sense Global Consult. Biko, come and let us heal your broken and wounded heart. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So spend time with people who uplift you. And then number 9 is stay consistent. This consistent is be true to the fact that we have broken up. Stop that. Let me see. Maybe this weekend I don't really have much to do. But this guy also likes this thing. Maybe we should go out together or something. No. Be consistent in your resolve that we have broken up and act like it. And finally, forgive and let go. Now, forgive is really important, because if you do not forgive for whatever went wrong in that relationship, you're still holding yourself in a prison. You're kind of like locked down, or you are in a trap if you're still going about with unforgiveness. It's not good for you. So please, whatever it is, resolve it. Now that you've forgiven doesn't mean that you say, oh, I've forgiven them, and then you allow the person come right back in and hurt or harm you again. You don't need that. And you don't need to turn all your exes into enemies, right? If it is that you just could not do life together, right? Our values don't align, this, that. But the person was not seeking to hurt you or harm you or demean you. There's no need turning them into enemies.
And you know, sometimes a lot of times when we do those things where we are turning them enemies, it's just an excuse to cap the emotions. So you say, oh, the person is an enemy, so you just lock the emotion.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you just see the guy because the heart wants what it wants, and all the emotions come flooding, and you get madly in love with an enemy.
Yeah. So do yourself some good. Just be objective,
Yeah.
right? Really say, this is why this relationship is not working. It's not, this person is not my enemy, but we cannot go forward
Further
together.
together.
So, and then if you're looking for what to substitute the feelings with, substitute it with objectivity, with, okay, this is why this didn't work. Because you need to keep that in front of you.
And-
You actually need a reason, and the
yeah.
reason needs to be strong, and it needs to be continuously in front of you. So, for instance, this person did not, his values don't align with mine, or this person wanted me to be a housewife, meanwhile I want to have a degree and be a career woman. Do you understand? Whatever the reason was, have it, know it. And whenever you're feeling like, oh, I really wish I could go back, refer to the reasons why. Your mouth talked about it. You need to keep it in full view. Yeah, so that's important.
I think you have just captured everything together, and you did it so nicely, so beautifully. That's why you need to marry wife we get sense. It's very important, right? No offense to the guys, to the single guys and ladies in the house. I'm not I'm just trying to let you guys know. But these things we've spoken about are real issues, right? And I feel like the truth is, if you don't deal with with your ex, you will not be able to move on to your
To your
next.
next. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like the way that sounded.
Absolutely.
Try. Oh my goodness. But that's the truth. So and the way it did it for me, or the way I learnt it, is the word that was given to me, that if you leave a relationship, make sure you shut that door tightly before you open the next door. Because if you don't shut that door, there are things that are going to come in from the other room that you left open that are going to corrupt this new room that you're trying to enter inside. And what that means is that you may move on to your next, and that relationship is affected by something that came from your past. Not because that relationship was not going to work, but it may be an ideology, it may be an emotional experience. Something just comes from there that you didn't deal with, that comes up and messes up the relationship you are in. So I think it is very critical that we deal.
Yeah, PK, let me just add something to that. So when people are speaking about, oh, this guy, he's like this, that's why he's the one that understands me. So the minute you have another one that understands you, but you're not married to him or you're not with him, then when the person that is supposed to be the one that understands you comes, there's really no much room for that person to be those things that he could be.
Time to go, but there's been a lot that we have dealt with today. And, you need to understand this whole closure thing. And it's important that you don't lie to yourself. Because if you don't deal with your ex, you will not be able to move on to your next. Okay? And, if you don't do some of the things we have said on this show, you are really going to shed some tears, and they will be premium tears. Understand? And interestingly, that's our topic for next week, right? So just stay on this channel and share this channel to whoever needs to see it, and join us when we come next week. But before we go, a special shout out to a number of our followers that have been consistent, and we see your chat, even from last week. Dara Benny, Silva, Victor Silva, all the way from UAE. We celebrate you, and your feedback has been, tremendous. Anytime you join the show, thank you guys, and please keep coming, and we'll keep sharing it, keep bringing in these subscribers, and make sure that others are hearing this message that we have to share. And remember, like we always say on this show, common sense
Is not so common.
Bye.
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 Let's go. Let's go.